recruiting 50 million Nigerian youth into army is loading, it's becoming a reality. We are beginning to see it. When Tinubu said it the other time, oh, the defenders came out and said, oh, it was a slip of tongue. He didn't mean that. That was not what he said. And now we can see what is happening. A lot of soldiers are resigning because of corruption and all other things. Again, you know that they are planning to send some soldiers to Niger Republic because of this coup happening, and a lot of misreactions here and there. So if you think that a 50 million was a slip of tongue, okay, you have to have a rethink, because he said what they are going to be eating will not be a problem. They will be eating agbado, ewa, all of those things. There will be food, surplus food. And for those who might not even understand or who might not know, the army resigning now, it's not a coincidence. They know what is happening, because their poor living is very bad. Now that Nigerians are crying for this subsidy removal, and Tinubu does not have any plan for anybody. It's all about promises. I will do this. Once he will come back up again. Oh, I'm going to do this. The suffering and smiling, gullible people will be shouting, yes, he's going to do something. He will still come and be promising and be promising. He has promised, but nobody has gained anything. Nobody has gained anything for the past 2 months that this man has inflicted pain and suffering upon Nigerians. He will always come and be telling you, I'm going to do this. And people will see, like I said, gullible ones will swallow their spit and say, yes, he's going to do something. He's going to do something. Let's be waiting. Let's be hoping. It will be good for me and my family. Now that rhetoric has died down. Now nobody is saying that it will be good for me and my family. It's a serious thing. Like I said, a lot of the soldiers are resigning. You think it's only because of their welfare. No, it's beyond that. It's more than that. It's more than that. And meanwhile, the same soldiers who are resigning because of a poor allowance from 1,000 naira to 2,000 naira per personnel, the Nigerian Army has announced the upward review of ration cash allowance for its personnel. It takes care of feeding of Nigerian military personnel in lieu of central feeding. They will promise you, but for them to implement it, that is where the problem lies. That is where the problem lies. And you expect the people not to resign. A lot of them resigned during Buhari's time because of a insecurity, because they were not having enough ammunition to fight. They were not having enough these things to do the normal thing. Now it is all about their welfare, and they've been complaining about their welfare. You can imagine till today, with all the promises they made as at that time, till today they have not done anything, and you expect people to leave. And the army is coming out to say, oh, if you are saying because of your morale is low, that it is not, that's a reason is not tenable enough for them to agree or to approve your resigning or your dismissal. Not really dismissal, for your resignation. So it's not tenable that if you just say, oh, because there's low, the morale is low. No, that they are not going to do that. I don't know how you're going to force people to continue to stay where they are not comfortable with. So the 50, where if all these ones are resigning, where are those, who are the people that will replace them? It is the 50 million people that Tinubu said during his campaign, and you think it was a joke. Now here we did. 1,200 is too small for our gallant men, politicians who at their comfort office takes more than 5,000 naira per day. This is monkey they suffer, bamboo they chop. Welcome you back to this era again. If the corruption in the military can be killed, then Nigeria will be a better place for it. Why not 2,000 naira per day? But the ogas at the top take more than 10,000 naira per day sitting in office. We are only laughing because of this planned invasion to the Niger. Some of them don't want to go to Niger. Oh, they are resigning because of a Niger program to poor, make it, it's too poor, make it 5,000 naira. That gracious approval is grossly insufficient and unrealistic in view of the prevailing economic situation. With the naira devalue more than 100%, the gracious increase should deflect or reflect market realities, not just at the whims and caprices of a group or any single individual decision. Can such increase be approved for the politicians causing the problem soldiers are made to serve, even to the essence of paying with their lives, leaving behind young widows. Her military will soon take over Asurok Villa. Just the play. Are they not moment to be collecting such and never make a move to overthrow the government? It is not the government but the military hierarchy that are corrupt. You can hardly find one that is not corrupt. They stink. That is why when they retire, Nemesis always visits them. With these scenarios, the Nigerian army can withstand any onslaught from other countries, says FFK. Nigeria is next for military takeover. It is well, oh, so poor, and you want them to go and fight. While your politicians' feeding allowance is 20 to 30,000 naira per meal. Tinubu and the so-called chief of army staff, can you give your children 1,000 or 1,200 for feeding for a whole day? Wicked criminal looters. Somebody say, oh, it is not a Tinubu, it is not the federal government, it is the army. But is it not the same Tinubu that gave the retired armies, you know, the kind of sovereign package that they gave to them because they are retiring? So who gave them? Is it not Tinubu? People should be there and be playing and be justifying what is even detrimental to your own life.